The YouTube one, the YouTube stream didn't start up. Now it's there. Okay, I was wondering why YouTube wasn't appearing on the chat. Anyway, whatever. Hello, YouTube people. Sorry, it did not start, but now it has. Yeah, he's created a new version of the clock. I haven't had time to code it all in, but the old version of the clock will be there today, nonetheless. So that is good. I just actually have to set it up now, just so that it's ready to go. I want to say as well, before we really do all get started, there was some pretty significant news in the sporting world that broke. I think it was in the last hour or so. Liverpool striker Diogo Jota, he's Portuguese as well, formerly of Wolves and Atletico Madrid, has unfortunately died in a car crash with his brother Andre, who's also a professional footballer in this Portuguese second division. So absolutely tragic. It's one of those things where everyone will express their condolences, obviously, but it's like you don't even really, you don't have words to describe how you feel about something like that. So yeah, I mean, no, I don't particularly have much of a stance in the sporting world, but I just thought I would give my sort of attention to that. Solza says, Leaguie, I'm crying. Diogo Jota died in a car crash aged 20. He wasn't quite age 20. He was a bit older than that, but still, he was in his 20s. Married 2 years ago, has 3 children. That it's very, very, yeah, I mean, it's straight up tragic. Sorry, have I just missed a donation from Dean? I believe I have. Yeah, $15. 15. Dean, that is so much money. This brother's made of money. Thank you so much. Sorry I missed that earlier. I was coding the clock. He says, hey, Leaguie, at last live count, can't see after 7 days on Spotify back end, it was at 290 streams, which means it's gone up 100 since last night. Here's some money for your holiday also. I will need the money for your holiday. The YouTube earnings have, they're pretty good lately. They're not quite enough to cover that, so any little bit helps. It was 15. It was 15. Yes, I do actually have to get back to the clock thing. But yeah, so for those of you who might not be necessarily that across the NRLW, I'm not going to pretend to be a massive authority. Probably, I mean, among male creators, I probably would be, but there are other creators. Watch Her Footy on Instagram is someone who I'd want to give an absolutely massive shout out. She does a tremendous job covering the women's game, and a lot of the knowledge that I have about the women's game is from her. But also, genuinely just through watching it all myself. Smart Guy says, just copy paste the new clock file. It's so easy. Okay, I will do that then. I'm just trying to remember all the steps. It's been a week since I set this up last. But okay, yeah, cool. I will do that, Smart Guy. Oh, hello, Main Stallion. Hayden says, will Rugby League 26 be crossplay? It sure will. Yeah, it's been confirmed to be crossplay, which is very, very good in, the modern day. It's what you'd want, is what you'd expect. So that'll be good in terms of me playing you guys and playing other content creators, because I play on Xbox Series X. Oh, okay, wait, yeah. I'm looking at Smart Guy's code here. I feel like a proper hacker when I do this stuff. It's great. Okay. This isn't necessarily the best content for you guys, but I feel I'm a proper hacker boy right now. Okay. Okay, yeah. And then, and there's a different. Oh wow, this man is special. This man is a special coding talent. I tell you what, I'm so glad to have someone like that in my audience who's just like willing to code awesome things for me. The try scoring animation, that's where it all started, but this is really going to add to it. So, and it was an absolute hit last time. Everyone loved it. So it's very, very cool to see. Yeah, the community sort of rewarding me like that. So for these two teams in the NRLW, we obviously had Cronulla in the grand final last year. They lost to Sydney Roosters. Year before that, I believe, was Eels in the grand final against the Knights. So these are the two most recent losing grand finalists to my memory. Parramatta, they did not go well last season off the back of that grand final. Really looking to bounce back this year. Their probably star player, Kennedy Charrington, friend of the show, is not in this one, but her sister Ruben, friend of the show, is. And Abby Church, the New South Wales fullback, is playing for them as well. On the Cronulla side of things, you've got new Rugby League 26 cover star Penitani Gray. Tiana Penitani Gray. I couldn't remember her first name. Complete mind blank. I was going to say Tamika, but that's obviously Tamika Upton. She's playing, as well as Emma Veron. So she was Emma Tonegato, has married a Mr. Veron, and will now be known as Emma Veron. Bear with me here. I'm just doing the last little bit of coding that I need to do, and then we'll be all set to go. This is the kind of thing that will become a lot more commonplace and easy for me to do on the fly in future. But it's amazing. I didn't come into content creation with very much sort of like technological know-how. I'm just kind of a normal average dude. But it's been very cool. It's worked out rather nicely. So, yes. Okay, yeah. Look, I'm getting a connection with a server. What does that even mean? I'm curious to know from you guys. Firstly, the extent to which you guys are across the NRLW, but in terms of who you think will win this one, it is the Cronulla Sharks who are very much favoured. But we'll see. I think especially in round one, it's always really, really difficult to tell who's going to win games like this. So, okay. I think I've finished all the coding stuff. EB says I tipped Dylan Brown to score. That is unlikely to happen, I would say. I'd give you pretty good odds on that one if you're a betting man. But anyway. We'll see. As a Penrith fan, I'm happy with the fact that you put Nathan Cleary as the highest rating. Yeah, I mean, it's not really up for debate so much for me. I think he's quite clearly the most talented player out there at the moment. What I have been surprised about is there haven't been too many people saying that I omitted anyone. I mean, there was Danny, who's a regular here, Tigers fan. He said, "Where's Terrell May?" Fair. I mean, I stand by not having him in the top 25. I don't think there's anyone that I'd get rid of in place of Terrell May at the moment. But yeah, that's valid. I'm surprised there haven't been any Manly fans out there, because going through that top 25, this amazed me about the salary cap, about the extent to which I think it's working. 15 of the 17 clubs were represented in that top 25. I find that really impressive, and that I made no effort to orchestrate that. The two clubs who were not represented in it are the Seagulls and the Dragons. Probably DC and Tom Travoy, which both a little unlucky to miss out, but neither have been in good form this year. I don't think we've seen the best of Tommy Turbo in some years, which is really frustrating as a rugby league fan. And then the Dragons, they're not a team of stars necessarily. So, Katzen says, what programming language do you use? Python. I have very, very limited experience in Python, but that is what Smart Guy has used. So, I'm seeing if it's worked. Oh yeah, no, I think we're good to go. I think it's there. Okay, cool. I can see, Smart Guy says, please read Legman, type color A in terminal. It will make text green so you feel hackery. In terminal? What terminal? What terminal? Anyway, I'm not gonna try and I think it's working. I'm not gonna try and mess with it until until we actually start. Oh, in command prompt. Okay, I will type color A in the command prompt. Hang on, it's not letting me type because it's running the server already. I'm just gonna leave it be. Next time I will. EB says, since you're a lawyer, I'm not a lawyer. I legally have to make it abundantly clear that I'm not a lawyer. If I host private parties and we do some very illegal stuff at night, could you defend me in court? No, I could not, because I'm not a lawyer. The computer, you type in the computer. Thank you, Puppeteer. Thank you. Appreciate it. I appreciate the advice. Want to say as well, Buck says rip Diego Costa. Diogo Jota, actually. Diego Costa is a different football player. But yes, Ollie, I went through that earlier. It's rare that it happens in the sporting world. Obviously, very young athletes, peak physical condition, but something like a car crash, they can get anyone. It can be pretty sobering when it happens. So, I mean, the whole city of Liverpool, whether you're red or blue, the whole Premier League really will be in mourning at the moment. He's a Premier League winner, former really good player for Wolverhampton Wanderers, Atletico Madrid. Before that, I think it was from FC Porto in Portugal. I've got football knowledge. I just want to make it clear, I've got football knowledge. But yeah, it is extremely tragic. Both him and his younger brother Andre, who is a professional player in the Portuguese second division. Very, very disappointing. Hello, Christian. I want to say hello. Rest in peace. Yes, exactly. Danny says, Leaguie, I feel like Terrell May and I think of Izzy Katoa has been one of the best halves in the comp this year. I understand why May and Katoa aren't there because, who do you move? But I feel they are unlucky to not make it. It's fair. They're just two guys who I would want to see do it over a longer period of time to then be considered in say forward temporary class is permanent. I think that those are two classy players, but they need to prove it. The two people who will have their ratings improved, I think, as the game goes on. Leon says, what team do you support in the Prem? I am so happy that I can answer this question now because for the last 7-8 years, my team that I support has not been in the Prem, but now we are. Sunderland. Hell yes, I'm a big old Sunderland AFC supporter. Ollie says, Leaky, you don't even know what's coming. 3:30 p.m. tomorrow. Well, I'll be there. I'll be watching. Danny's Danny's like an OG. Danny's been around a long time, big boy. Danny's been there for ages. Yeah, smart guy. I believe I did update the timer HTML code. I'm pretty sure I did it right. I think it looks right. I think it it's the visuals have upgraded. Okay, I didn't even go through the teams. Oh my god. Okay, wait. Let me do that real quick. So to recognize two New South Wales State of Origin players, Emma Verron and Abby Church at the back. Tiana Penatani-Bray, she's the cover staff of Rugby League 26. Rory Owen played for Queensland in State of Origin. Georgia Hanaway, she's grand finalist last year, as many of the Sharks are. Rachel Pearson, very iconic former New South Wales halfback. Oh my god. It's gone. Okay. NRL.com is updated. Let's just get into it. The timer will maybe start working in a sec. I'm not sure. It's not centered. I'm going to center it. They've just kicked off. My god. Okay, this is frantic. Okay. The clock's not quite doing it, but to be fair, last time it took like a hot second to start as well. I have Smart Guy updated the URL in the Python app, so it should all be okay. Oh no, never mind. I mustn't have saved it. My bad. Okay. It's now updated. Why is everyone mod? It's not everyone's mod. To be fair, it's probably because it's not the most high-profile stream I'm going to do this year, so the mod's more likely to be there. Come on, timer. I believe in you. Okay, I know what I do. I'll restart the command prompt server thingo. Come on, timer. Come on. Buck says, when will you be releasing the France Rugby League Crisis video? I'm particularly got that, like, it's planned. I haven't done anything to actually make it yet. So yeah, but it's one that I'll work on probably in the next few videos. Cronulla draw a penalty through Tiana Penatani-Gray. Nice to see Belinda Sharp refereeing this one. Obviously, they do like to give the female referees the female games where they can. Okay, we manifest. The timer will start working now. Come on, I believe. Main says, is Coco gonna watch the game? She'll probably come here at some point. You know my dog at this point. Come on, timer. You've got this. Sharks are nearly through. They're already on the first, so they are here to play in this one. They go the short side. Emma Verron, She's close. She's not quite there, though. Code timer, come on. It's not doing it. I'm refreshing. Oh, why doesn't it like it? It's definitely fixed the code, so timer is dead. Jeez, they are. Anderson was very, very close there. I'm still trying to keep an eye on the timer situation to see if I can fix it. Kick from Kiliarato in behind. Oh, jeez, that was an opportunity there. Zalife did not quite get her full boot on that. Dragons top 8 thoughts? Unlikely, I would say. I think they've had all the buys. Have they? I think that's one of the reasons why they're still that high up. Who are you tipping? In this game, I'd be going with the home side, Cronulla. Is there something I haven't done right yet? Ooh. Oh, that might be it. Okay. Hold up. Hold up. Am I a technological genius? I might be. Come on. Come on, timer. Come on, timer. It does take a little second, but I think I might know why it wasn't doing it. One thing I would say, I think that they'd benefit potentially from getting more practice into the NRLW commentators. A lot of them you can just kind of tell, oh my god, is the timer working? I am literally the greatest hacker of all time. When they built the computer, they were like, he's not arrived yet. He's going to be born in 2002, the single greatest computer mastery genius that has ever been known. Okay, good. I will be honest, it is not synced up to the coverage I'm watching. It's actually a decent bit behind it. It's like 30 seconds behind. Anyway, this is actually true smart guy. I didn't type color A. Very fair. I like the white though. Kick there from Rachel Pearson, former Dragon. Is that knocked on there by Biddle? Oh, Cassie Staples. The names, I thought it was forward off Cronulla. Anyway, Biddle is the center, not the winger. See, I will learn these names as we go on through the NRLW. I saw someone say grand final predictions. Sharks versus Broncos is a very solid prediction. I kind of hate to say this. I think it will be Roosters and Broncos. The reason why I hate to say that is that they are the two most successful NRLW teams. The Roosters have the same amount of premierships as Knights, but were there from the start and have made one more grand final than them. So it would be good for the NRLW to not just be dominated by those same teams again. Jeez, that kick is well out on the full by Georgia Hanaway. Rough start. Yeah, I mean, do not get me wrong. Do not mistake this for a second. I will be absolutely vehemently wanting the Roosters to win this premiership. But if not us, I'd want it to be one of the other teams. The Warriors, that'd be brilliant if they could come in and do that. Sporty Guy says, do you know who Winston is? Yes, I'd consider him a mate of mine. In fairness, I've only actually met him in person once. But we DM each other. We don't have concrete plans on doing anything together, but we know that we will. So, yes. NRLW Grand Final, Roosters versus Broncos, says Lucas. I am inclined to agree. What's that name? Lovenator. Yep. Thank you, Daddy. You can't spam, bro. I don't know if my doggo will watch more games. She might want to come into the room. She might not. She's got free will. That's all I'll say. Yeah, I will play Winston when the game comes out. Probably not immediately, just because of my own personal circumstances. It's going to be, unfortunately, difficult for me to make content right off the bat. But I've got plans. I'm going to do my best to. But it's unlikely to be live content. So yeah, Lions tour prediction, says Bucks. I don't really know, to be honest. I'm really not across rugby union in any meaningful capacity. So it's hard for me to say. Joseph Suaalii dominance. He's the one that's in all the ads. So, do you think the game will be good? This game? Yeah, I see no reason why not. Para are on the attack here. It'd be good for this game if they struck first here. Pearson into the line very, very deep. Gets it out to a Haas partner. Yeah, the names you could see in State of Origin. Origin's a bit easier because obviously they're all very high profile players. It's gonna take me a little while to learn the names of all of these girls, especially with added teams. Ball comes off the post, it's there. I think Para have scored here, and they certainly think that they've scored. There's a try. First try of the NRLW season. Easy as you like. It's an absolute gimme. Where's hang on. I'm trying to update the score. I ran out of time to do so. I'm rolling it back. So we have I was curious. Oh, okay, yeah, they're mentioning it now because we're in July. It's Try July. And the girls always get around it heaps more than the guys do. I think that they're not so afraid of, you know, doing a try celebration and then becoming a meme or having their coach, you know, tear into them or whatever. The girls always do it. They always get around it. So I'm like, it's a good reason to watch the NRLW. They have like proper choreography and stuff sometimes. So, Sporty Guy, me and Winston will play. Don't worry. We'll do it eventually. Okay, yeah. So here's the try celebration. Jeez, look at that. That's so cool. See, I told you they get around the choreography. If you dislike something like that, like you're just not a happy individual, are you? Like, come on, man. How can you not like that? Wiwi says, of course, a delusional Roosters fan thinks they'll make a grand final. By the way, mine is Bulldogs versus Broncos. My brother, we're the premiers. We're the actual, like, there's a reason. There's a reason for the madness. There's a method here. Danny says, it was Tim says, do you remember me? Yes, I do. And Danny says, can I 1v1 Leaguie? You ain't ready. I'm calling you out. You haven't even played the game. To be fair, I am a little concerned that I'm not going to be very good at it because I barely played Rugby League Live 4. I basically just stuck with Rugby League Live 3. I just kind of liked it more. So all the, like, I don't know how much it's going to translate over to the new game. But I could be lacking at first. I'm gonna need to put in some practice just to not embarrass myself. Given that I've literally got a gaming channel now, I need to have some like level of actual ability, you would think. Dina's donated $3 again saying, do you remember me? I do not. I'm very sorry. I do not. I want to thank as well Emile de Bruin. That's a hell of a, I think that's the Belgian spelling of it though. Which is fine. I don't discriminate, even though my allegiances are with the Netherlands. Thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it. Gonoa? Is that set? Oh, Go Noah, I imagine it would be. The Telstra ad was just online. My condolences. I'm very, very happy to be watching this on Foxtel. Very, very happy. Hayden says, who you got for Origin Game 3? I mean, I'm a New South Welshman. I very much hope it's us. If it's not us, man, we're going to be hearing so much about the choke. That'll be very, very rough. I'm not looking forward to that. So anyway. Big Boy says, I've got a feeling Mrs. League is going to be an NRLW player. I mean, I'd settle for there to just be a Mrs. League at this point. I am a little disappointed with the crowd that I can see out there at Sharp Park. Although I can hear them. I can hear fans. So, I mean, you can't see a single one there, but they do, for some reason, like to put it on the side. I'm trying to remember the name of the stand. They put it on the side that the camera's on. They do it the same at so many different grounds. I've seen it at Allianz Stadium in the Roosters ground so many times. It looks like on TV there's no one there. But if you're at the stadium, you can see, like, the whole side that the camera's on is just packed out. So anyway, Little Penguin G, thank you for the subscription on YouTube. Appreciate it, brother. Ollie popped into the Twitch chat earlier. Oh, there we go. It was just then. Says, hello, Legman. How are you? I'm doing very, very well, Mr. Exposing Leaky Games. I'm glad I've given you a little bit of material to work with. There's more material coming out tomorrow, although I've not started editing it. So I'm going to try and get it out tomorrow. I did commit to. So anyway, Cronulla are winning the field position battle just a little bit here. That kick from Rachel Pearson didn't go particularly far, and they're starting this set in the Parramatta half. Can you see Brandon Smith playing this round? No, he'll come back through reserve grade, I expect. If you mean, what, did the Rabbitohs have a bye this week? No, they play Manly. Yeah, I don't think so. I think he'll come up through reserve grade after the Rabbitohs next bye. Smart guy says, "Can I see your legs pick, please?" I heard that was everything you wanted and more, because that took some absolute, just like complete lack of self-awareness to do that. clipped. Ah, nice. Are you doing any other lives this week? I am. Tomorrow, for the NRL game, Bulldogs and Broncos. I was going to do it the NRLW, Bulldogs and Broncos as well, but unfortunately I have another commitment. So yes. Hey, where are your zoo pants? Nah, bro, these are jeans. You gotta dress for the occasion. You got to. And I believe that it's a big occasion when I live stream. So kick there from Pearson. Oh, they've knocked on the Cronulla Sharks. Parramatta are on the spot there. Here we go. It's Ruben Charrington, a friend of the show. She plays it, gets 6 more, obviously, because of the knock-on from Cronulla. So they have a real opportunity here to set up shop. McWilliams, the front rower, she played under-19s Origin, I believe, for New South Wales. Just confirming that it is her. Yes. Twas. So Pearson with the ball, gives it out the back to Abby Church. Oh, steps inside. Jeez, that was a good run. She got very, very close there. Ollie, expat Ollie, if you have an idea, I'm all ears. Pearson kicks for herself. Oh, that's golden. That's golden for Rachel Pearson. She's a very, very good player on her day. There's no doubt about that. There's a reason why she's played the amount of representative football that she has. And she's the kind of player who this season for Parramatta, she'll need to take them on her back. I mean, I know that she's the halfback, but she's also a veteran of this side. 31 years old. So that's very, very good work from her. Just identifying that Emma Varon wasn't at the back there. That's a little bit of a letdown potentially in fullback play there. Yeah. Nah, she's done very, very well so far. I want to see the try celebration. Was there one? Rachel will kick it from right in front.
Don't miss it. Don't miss it. I'm telling you, seriously. What do you want? Shoelace, Renault. Hey, clutch. Hey, clutch.
It's funny because, and I don't mean to be disrespectful about this at all, but when I see Rachel Pearson play, she never completely looks comfortable. She's not like, you know, the fastest or the strongest or like whatever. But she's just always in the right place at the right time. And is clearly, I'll give her a bit more credit. It's not just luck that she's in the right place at the right time. She engineers that with her mind. With a footy know-how. So it goes to show that being a student of the game really, really pays off. What was the celebration? Show me the celebration. Nah, maybe there wasn't one. That'd be disappointing. After the choreography of the first? Come on. JAC the one says, learn to catch sharks. Looks like I'm watching Martin Wanganitawase right now. I can say that because I'm a Roosters fan. If any of you guys say that, that's, you know, insensitive. Do you stream on TikTok? I do not. I have like a bit of a janky workaround that allows me to multi-stream to YouTube and Twitch. Formatting it for TikTok as well is just not a bridge that I've crossed yet. Probably one day I will though. I don't know how to. I'm trying to do it for free because I'm a cheapskate and I don't earn any money from doing this. So it's tough to do like that. Maybe if I turn ads on, I can do it. You need 10k TikTok followers to stream or 1k if you are gaming. Okay, I didn't know that. Well, I have 1.6k. They're through again here, Parramatta. Could not find the fullback Abby Church though. So they're doing really well here, Parramatta. They're looking lively. When do you start live streaming? I mean, I announced the Watchalong live streams at the start of each week. I don't have like a regular schedule. I will though for the gaming. I just have yet to figure out exactly what it is. Charrington with the ball, dies with it on the last. Good work, Anessa Biddle. Dean has donated $8 more. Says, I don't earn any money from this, bro. Okay. If not, literally, if not for you, I wouldn't earn any money from this. It's just you. I want, what, if you're comfortable answering this, what do you do for a living that gives you enough money to just sit here on the evenings watching me and donating way more money than anybody else? What's the reasoning? What's the logic? No, I do, as you know, really, really appreciate you. Obviously. Dean is made of moolah. Like, he is. It's money, money, money. Must be funny in Dino's world. Danny says, thoughts on Taruva at fullback. I remember watching it for Fiji in RLWC 2021, would have been. He looked good in that arena. I would be a lot more comfortable about this Roosters Tigers game if it wasn't an Origin affected one. I would absolutely take you guys having the way if it meant that we could have Collins, Toya, Watson, Crichton, and Lenu. So it does really even it up. Our young forwards are going to have to step up. Although your spine is like decimated, and that's why I do think we'll win. We need our young forwards to do it. Brizzy Broncos said, can I have a shout out if I donate $50? I mean, yes. Absolutely. That is super. That's a great financial move for me to make. Expat Ollie says, Legend says one day Expat Ollie will donate to Leaguie. Are you Legend? They couldn't catch that again, Cronulla. To be fair, that was a really, really tough one. And they've all knock on Parramatta. Dean says, I'm just a humble Uber driver supporting growing channels. Well, as you know, as I've said many, many times, it is hugely appreciated. Hugely appreciated. Is the timer not working? What's wrong with my timer? I don't know, smart guy. It's it seems to be doing the job. It's synced up with what I can see on NRL.com. Oh no, now it's just changed. I don't really know. I don't really know what it was doing there. Okay. Not sure what was up with that. Anyway. NRL says, didn't you add ads on here? For the chair streams I did. I haven't at any other time. Next, no, now it's just jump back. This is what NRL.com does, but I can see on NRL.com, because I've got the tab open, that the clock has just jumped back to 17 minutes, despite it being 18 before. So I don't know. No, ads on the live streams won't be coming until next year. Next year I may have to, but I'll see. I'll try not to. What channel are you watching the game on? I'm watching this on Fox, but I'm watching it on Foxtel Go, so it might be a little bit delayed compared to normal. NRL says, I've had ads on the last few streams. Really? The setting is on by default because YouTube wants a sweet piece of that ad revenue. Potentially I've just forgotten to turn it off those times, but I certainly always try to turn it off. Dragon Hopper says, Leaguie, can you do a collab with Winston on Rugby League 26? It's funny, you're not the first person to ask about Winston specifically. 100% I will. But also other creators like, Galaxy Footy. I'm very, very keen to play with him. Or, really, like pretty much anyone else. Good chase there, Parramatta. They are well and truly on top. It's one of those things I said in the pre-game. In round one, you really can't tell what each team is going to bring. There's not really a reference point. And Parramatta are here to play. They are here to play. Hayden says, have you pre-ordered Rugby League 26? I'm getting the digital copy, and apparently there's no digital pre-order. So I haven't yet, but I'm absolutely going to get it like the moment it becomes available. I still don't know exactly when that's going to be. I don't think we really do. We know the date, but I don't think we know the time. Anyway, at the back here to Ellie Johnston. That was good ball playing from the big front rower. Here goes Hanaway through the middle. Okay, now on the last. That was a good run from the 5'8". Finally, the Sharks have a little bit of momentum here. Veron goes through the hands, cut out pass. It's going to go over the sideline. No, kept in by the winger. Now back to Emma Veron. Yeets it across the field. couldn't quite tap it back, and this is just play on through Parramatta. Gee, so that was, I mean, it was eyes up, running it on the last, but it did not really work out. Yeah, Smart Guy can confirm the timer on my screen is synced up with the NRL.com timer on my screen. I don't know why the NRL.com timer is so just... Anyway. Brock says, Rugby League 26 is making me want to make a channel to show how bad I am at the game because I think it would be funny. If you lean into that enough, potentially. There's going to be like a lot of creators making content on it though, I think. What are your thoughts on this crazy situation with my women's team? Says Dean. Well, you're obviously a Cronulla fan. I'm not... Oh my god, the Parramatta are through again. Rory Owen, Queensland Maroon. I don't know what is going on right now with Cronulla. There obviously a couple of departures since the grand final last year. The likes of Taylor Preston come to mind. Oh, one's gone begging there for the winger Mataele from Parramatta. That was, yeah, the kick wasn't quite friendly for her, but I saw the vision. Rory Owen did really, really well there on that run. Danny says, I'd feel confident if Appy was playing, but Appy isn't. Hang on, I've missed the rest of that message. And Appy isn't playing, and Marky Mark on Skelton and Luke's wing is very scary. You could really tear us apart there. Our best chance is attacking Rodwell and Mark's wing. It definitely is, you know, Marky Mark being transitioned into being a center. I imagine that's where you'll be sending your traffic. Baron's away through the middle. She's clear. 1-on-1 with Church. Oh, ankle breaker. Oh, okay.
Well, that's why you get the big bucks, baby. That's why you get the big bucks.
We've seen a murder. We have seen a murder, ladies and gentlemen. Holy. Smart Guy says, how long are you not going to be with us for our weekends? I think it's 3 weeks. Then I'm like back for 1 weekend. Then I'm actually away again, just very, very briefly, but not too far away, so I should still be able to live stream. Anyway, Cronulla put a kick in behind. That's going to go dead. Yeah, from Quincy Dodge, former St. George Illawarra Dragon, I believe. That was the first real sign of life we've seen from them. It was very through the middle. Watch this ankle breaker. Bang! Oh, damn. Oh, Galaxy says, I've just popped in to see my name is mentioned in the chat. Yes, I mentioned you because just about NRL content creators that I intend to do collabs with when Rugby League 26 comes out. As I said, I mean, I can discuss this with you privately, but not the exact day. I'll be overseas. But in the fullness of time, certainly, once I'm back and settled, I'll be doing things like that. It'll be very, very fun. Do you have any pre-recorded videos? No. I fully intended to. I really did. But I uploaded 2 videos today. I'm uploading another video tomorrow. Those all had to be uploaded now because I can't wait until Rugby League 26 is out to release those videos for obvious reasons. I basically have tomorrow as my only day of working on content to come out. So anyway, I'll do my best. Smart Guy, I very much appreciate the sentiment. Can I just remind you to not use the big old capital letters, just to give everyone a fair chance of being recognized and read in the chat. Cronulla really close to the line here. Holmes held up over the line, so she's close. Sharks are working their way back into this one and will probably be buoyed by the fact that they're only 2 tries down. I mean, honestly, the way the balance of play has gone so far in this game, Parramatta, I think, should be potentially a little further ahead. If they can get this to 12-6 by halftime, that's a big, big win. When do you leave for holiday? This Sunday, right after the Roosters game. Big pass over the top. I think it was probably forward as well from Emma Varon over the sideline. So, yeah, I leave. Literally, I'm going straight from the Roosters game to the airport. So, that'll be great. That'll be great. Cosmic, of course I do. You know that. You know that. What's the video? I mentioned it in the video uploaded today. It's predicting the legends that'll be... Well, I guess it's not quite predicting the legends because I have no basis to... Excuse me, to do that. But saying going through 10 legends that I would be particularly excited to use if they were included in the game. So yes, Cowboys, the real Cowboys, says, where can you get the digital copy of Rugby League 26? On the, well, I mean, I play Xbox, so on the Microsoft Store on Xbox. I imagine PlayStation has an equivalent. Hayden says, what do you think about that creators aren't allowed early access? To be fair, I didn't even pursue that or ask about it. I just... I kind of assumed, because there was no talk about it, that there wasn't early access. I don't feel entitled to anything as a creator. So, I don't know. I have multiple question marks over their marketing strategy. I know Galaxy Footy, who is in the chat, certainly does. He has a very good video on it that you guys should check out. Maybe at halftime. You know, the halftimes on my live streams aren't the most entertaining. Pop over to his channel at halftime and watch his video on it, because it was good. But, you know, it's their strategy. I'm talking to someone who did introduction to marketing last semester at uni. I'm not exactly an authority, so I'll let them do their thing. Anyway. Weaver God says, watch, 9 out of 10 of the legends will be mid-Roosters players. Okay, yeah, we'll see. I guess we'll find out. I guess you'll have to watch the video to find out. Penalty Cronulla. Yeah, I get to use the penalty animation. Love that. Lucas says, I will eventually get the physical copy of Rugby League 26 because Nathan Cleary's on the cover. I'm a physical copy kind of guy. I would have got the physical copy, but as I say, I won't be here, so... Last mark, I have missed you. The beyond penalty thing. He gets so excited about me using his animation thing. Here we go. I'll read out what Galaxy Footy has said here. Basically, the NRL have botched it. Now it ended up being PlayStation to announce it. The NRL still have to mention, whereas now teams are promoting it as well. NRL Online and even KO, but not the NRL themselves. As I've said to you, I believe, in DMs, it is pretty shocking that the only word that we've had from the NRL so far was Andrew Abdo on the Hello Sport podcast. Cronulla do get in here. We're talking about something just completely different. But yeah, it sort of begs the question because, okay, did Andrew Abdo go into that Hello Sport podcast thinking, yes, this is where I'm going to announce this game? I imagine it must have. That's not kind of something that could just come up in conversation necessarily. But it's such a weird platform for that to have been their one official announcement. Anyway, yeah. And I think I'm a little bit surprised as well. Say the video I uploaded today going through the ratings predictions, I was terrified because that video took so much work that they would release the player ratings before I could get that video out. I'm kind of a bit surprised they haven't already. I mean, we're 2 weeks out from this game. I'd be doing things like releasing player ratings gradually. I know that's what FIFA or EAFC do. Stuff like that. Stuff like giving us more information about sort of what teams are included in the game. I believe we're yet to see a trailer. You know, so much of the information that we've got from this game has been from people like Odd1X or Galaxy Footy just interacting with Ross from Big Ant on Twitter. It's just I really want this to be a good professional thing, and so far it just hasn't been. I'm gonna get around it so much nonetheless. Hand away from in front, confident goal, and I did say if they can get it up to 6-point gap before half time, they'll be very happy with that, and I think they will be now. Zooch says, Leaguie, I am here. Hello, Zooch. Hello. Brock says, I assume the NRL will announce at Origin 3, doing like the run-out animation of the teams, but so weird that they haven't done anything. Well, we expected something at Origin 1. It's like that's how late it's been left. If Origin 3 is the announcement, that's how late it's been left. To the point where, like, surely the NRL know the NRL world, right? They know that there's no secrets in rugby league. If that was their plan to announce it, well, Origin 3 is going to be like a matter of days before the release date. Surely they weren't naive to the fact that we were all going to know pretty much everything long before that. So I would question that strategy. But anyway. Lucas says, bet that the trailer will be released by next week. I mean, I would hope so. I'd hope so. We're 2 weeks away from the game. Like, it definitely should be. Ollie says, Leaguie, good to know that you trust me. Let me know if you understand that. I do understand it. I do understand it. But unfortunately, as I say, I couldn't do what we discussed. That's just between me and Reckless Ollie, people. Penalty given away by Belinda Sharp. Well, Belinda Sharp has given the penalty, given away by Parramatta. Looking forward to seeing Smart Guy say, penalty! Galaxy Footy says Thursday latest, I reckon. You would hope so. Well, that's exactly a week before the release, isn't it? So, I mean, what game only brings out a trailer a week before the release? GTA 6 is a significant cultural event, but their first trailer would have come out like a year and a half before their game's actually get a release. Anyway, it came out December 2024, December 5th, 2024. It's coming out mid-2026, so even longer than that. Anyway. Hadaway with a short ball to a back rower. She's through. Oh, Hadaway was back on the inside. Couldn't quite pop the ball through. Sharks looking good here. Dodd looks both ways. Might go to the right. She does. There were numbers. They couldn't get it through the hands, though. Couldn't get it through. Hayden says, do you think they'll have all-time teams like NBA 2K? God, that'd be so cool. Again, though, I feel like that's the kind of thing that if they had it in the game, I'd want to know that at this point so we can get hyped about it. Cronulla, are they in here? The winger, Staples gets a wild offload back inside. Varen dies with it on the last. Jeez, if she pinned the ears to the corner, she might have got there. But that was very, very promising there from Cronulla. I think I saw Caitlin Johnston up there in the Sharks box. I do know that she is signed with Cronulla. Moving down from the Knights, nicknamed The Fridge, which I just think is the most rugby league thing ever. I love it. Reverse Cloud says, I genuinely think the NRL doesn't want to associate with it, or it's just that sponsors are just paying way more to show their brands. The sponsors thing's interesting. I haven't particularly thought about that, but I mean, Abdo, he spoke about it on a podcast. It's like they've fully ignored it. And they have, given all the licensing for it. I made a video earlier this year. It's probably my worst performing video of the year. But anyway, whatever. Saying, Dear NRL, give us a video game. And that was like a month before it was actually announced. So timing was on point. But I outlined all of the reasons why a good, high-quality game is so important for attracting younger fans. And the fact that I, personally, have become an NBA fan because I've been playing NBA 2K. And the only reason that I played FIFA as a kid and got into soccer, the Sharks have still got it. That was a weird one for the Cronulla. Yeah, sorry. The only reason I played FIFA as a kid was because it was a high-quality sports game. It was the best quality sports game out there. If there was something... I know we're not going to get that quality in rugby league, but something that was decent quality, marketed well, you could get so many young fans into the game, I reckon. I really reckon you could. Anyway. Reckless Ollie or Expat Ollie. I love all Ollies equal. Thank you, Lucas, saying I love your videos. I very much appreciate that. NRI Head says your worst performing video was the women's. Oh, sorry. Thanks for the reminder. I appreciate that. No, but I mean, both of them, particularly the women's one. I didn't really care how well I did. I knew that I wasn't going to do well. It was one I wanted to make. So, what about Woo Woo Ollie? No, Woo Woo Ollie's the only one I don't like. Alex says, I've said this before, the lack of marketing of RL26 makes me worried the state of the game is a disaster. I'm a football manager player and was once a Blood Bowl player. Learned to see the red flags. I don't actually know what a Blood Bowl is. Pearson kicks for herself. Was tackled there. Oh my god, they're going to score anyway. No, they're not. We're still live here. We're still live. Charity's trying to get it to play it. Oh, what a try saver. Was she onside, the Todd Hunter? No, sorry, the Sharks player. Todd Hunter's the Eels player. Still one more to go here. They'll kick it on the last. Out for the corner. Oh, gee, was that a hairpull? I thought potentially Pearson was tackled on the chase without the ball. But anyway, that was frantic as hell. Frantic as hell. Hello, Hugger Cactus. Hello. On the note of what Alex Neil was saying, I like to manifest positive thinking. So I'm going to choose not to subscribe to that belief. But it's certainly not impossible. Me individually, I will take whatever. I'll take a rebrand of Rugby League Live 4, and it won't be that. I'm quite confident of that. You look at the graphics and they are substantially better. I'm hoping the mechanics are better. After what's it been, 8 years without a game? I think it came out in 2017. You would think that just the progression of time and ease of technology and game development will see it improve notably. But yeah, as long as I can make good content on it, and it's fun to play. I don't necessarily need it to be the most realistic simulation, but as long as it's fun, then I'll be happy. Kat says, did you watch the women's Euros yesterday? We were held hostage by my Swiss mum. I did not. If it is soccer or football you're talking about, I actually watch very little of it. I follow it very closely. I find it very entertaining to follow the storylines. But I only really watch when it's a very big game. Hello, Tiger. Hello. Good to see you here. I saw you earlier on, like before the game. Oh, I'm seeing the Telstra ad. You know what that means? Earbuds coming out. For my own mental sanity. I can't. Rose Clouds earlier there said, to be cynical, the rugby league games have never felt like you're playing a game of footy. Like FIFA and NBA 2K make you feel a part of it. NRL games are literally just side-to-side passing, can't run shape. In Rugby League Live 4, you can get a little bit of shape going, but it takes a lot of time to like learn the tactics of that. Rugby League Live 3, I completely agree with you, was literally just side-to-side. You run into the defensive line, pass just before you hit the defensive line, do that enough times, and you'll have an overlap on the wing. I mean, I've got career modes. I used to play that game on the highest difficulty, and I've got career modes where like my Roosters wingers, each of them were scoring 50 plus tries a season. It's just so easy to exploit. Daniel Tupou, like you think his try scoring records are impressive right now? Boy, best believe my Rugby League Live 3 career modes. This man can Irvine eat your heart out. Alex Johnson wouldn't have got close to Daniel Tupou. What is the score? Says Landog. It is 12-6. But yes, I do expect. I have really quite a little basis above anyone else to say this. But I do expect there's going to be a little bit more ability to have a bit of feel for the game in Rugby League. Rugby League 26. I was going to say Rugby League Live 5. It is not called that, of course. Just moving the chat slightly. Yeah, there we go. I think that's a bit more centered. Hugger Cactus says icon cards. Well, that's what tomorrow's video is about on Leaguie Games. By the way, that's already up to 100 subscribers, which is kind of insane because for those of you who have been around a while, I had a second channel called Leaguie Cast, and that was, I mean, it was meant to be like a second channel just for like less edited content, but I ended up just doing that on shorts anyway. But that only got, after like, you know, a lot of uploads, to just over 500 subscribers. For Leaguie Games to already be on 100 after one upload that has lasted less than a minute is insane. Absolutely insane. So thank you all so much. And I think we hit 7K subscribers last week. We're now at 7,100. Let's go. 10K by the end of the year. We're on track. Just about. It's like it's actually incredible how we're fluctuating up and above the up and below the line of being on track. So anyway, Lendog says, Leaguie, did you get the low taper fade meme when I cut your hair last week? You did not cut my hair last week. But I did get the meme. Yeah, I know the meme. I'm familiar. Hugger Cactus, on the note of Croker being an icon, I don't expect that. I think that if the from a marketing perspective, if they were clever with it, I think they would try and get at least one icon from kind of each team. I don't know how many icons they're planning to have. So maybe if they're not willing to have 17 or more than that, then they won't do that. But it would be good for like each fan base to have a player to latch onto. Maybe not someone like the Titans or the Dolphins, because they're both new. They haven't particularly had legendary players, unless you go with like a Scott Prince for the Titans or something. But for like the Raiders, you could go a Croker. I think the one that's more likely would be Meninga. But also with these old players, it's often to do with licensing, and potentially they might not have the money to pay to license someone like Mal Meninga. They might go for a cheaper option. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. He was an underrated GOAT, though. I was there at his 300th game. It was a loss to the Warriors, unfortunately for him. But very, very good to see him. Smart Guy says Leaguie cast is gone. It's not gone. It's still there. It's just in indefinite hibernation. Indefinite hibernation. If Leaguie doesn't do his own version of YIAY on Leaguie games, I'll cry. What is YIAY? There's always these pop culture references that I embarrassingly don't get. You see, I'm an old soul, people. I'm an old soul. What player will you be trying to get in Rugby League 26? Says Sporty. The players I would aim for would be the Legends players, and I've yet to see who they will be. If there's someone like, I'm a Roosters fan. If there's someone like Arthur Beetson in the game, that'd be so fun. Just think through the middle. But I have a plan on a series I'm going to do. I always in my live streams leak these things. I am not leaking this one. I'm keeping the cards close to my chest. But I do have a plan to do something centered around a player. EB said, can you read my last comment? Oh, have you finished Squid Game yet? If so, I am so sorry. I have. Jeez, is that what we're doing at halftime? Me ranting about Squid Game season 3? Oh man, that was just grim. It was so good until the last 2 episodes, where the characters just they act suddenly with absolutely no logic or rationality. Maybe I shouldn't spoil, actually. It's not been out that long. Maybe I shouldn't. I guess just if you don't want Squid Game spoilers, come back in the second half, okay? Sorry, I should have given a I haven't spoiled anything, to be fair. I haven't spoiled anything yet. Come back in the second half if you don't want spoilers. Yes, okay. You should all be gone now if you don't want spoilers. Yeah, it was just it didn't make sense. On the 3 towers at the end, for them to have killed player 100 on the 2nd tower when he was there for the killing on the 3rd. The only explanation for it is that what was it, player 333, MG Coin, the crypto bro, the YouTuber. Oh no. He genuinely wanted to get out of it with all the money for himself. But that made no sense in terms of everything we've got to know about his character, that he wanted to get out with Junho and the baby. I think that was her name. Junhee? I think it was, not Junho. The girl, the pregnant girl. So why her being dead suddenly meant, okay, I've gone from wanting to be a father to being willing to sacrifice my own baby. The thing that annoyed me the most, though, sorry, Dean, I said leave for spoilers. I said leave. Okay, this is on you. The thing that annoyed me the most is that the entire arc about the detective, I'm really good with their names, and now I'm forgetting. Huang Inho, I think that's his name. Was for nothing. It took up so much screen time, all so that he could be there right at the end, point a gun at Frontman and say why. That's what all of that was for. It was awful writing, man. And with the way that the players died in the end, it was like they wanted to have that moment of Ji-hoon sacrificing himself and just worked backwards from there. I'm so disappointed by the ending of that show. So incredibly disappointed. Anyway. Juno was on Fraud Watch League. Okay, good to know. Oh, and they're being now was Squid Game USA. Jeez, just beat that dead horse, bro. Beat it harder. Like, oh man. Because they advertise, like it's like they want to have their cake and eat it. They advertise it as like Squid Game, the final season. It's the final one. You better watch it. And there's like, oh no, sorry, we're doing a spin-off though. So it's the final season of Squid Game, but now there's Squid Game USA. All right. Dean donates another $3 and says, Leaguie, Squid Games isn't vegan. True. Very true. Do they eat meat? Yeah, no, they do meat. They do eat meat throughout it. That's very true. Ollie says, Leaguie, are you subscribed to ELG? I think we might have been through this before, and I think the answer was no. What by the way, I think oh, VJT says, I don't watch Squid Game, but hearing 3 towers and sacrificing his own baby is crazy. That's just what the show is like. Someone earlier said, I want Leaguie to do he gave like this acronym on Leaguie games. And I said, what is that? And now I don't think I actually saw what it mean. It was like, why something? Yeah, Evie, I cringed very, very hard when I saw Kate Blanchett. Oh, man. Jesus. Hayden says, do you think Warriors will stay in the 4? It's going to be really hard. I think the reason why they might is because no one underneath them will have the consistency to, except maybe Penrith. Penrith, sneaky top 4. Do you like the player in RL26? Like the way that they look? Yeah, sure. Why not? If I'm going to do a play career, guys, by the way, it'll be with a custom player. It was Dean. He said, if Leaguie doesn't do his own version of YIAY on Leaguie Games, I'll cry. Oh, yesterday I asked you. Oh. What is that? I watch Jack's films, but I very, very rarely actually watch Jack's films. Enlighten me. EB says Deho was unfairly treated because they were both wrong and share the blame, not going to lie. Yeah, I mean, he was, and it was very out of character for Ji-Yoon to just, like, kill him with his bare hands, but they didn't really care about just throwing out character arcs at that point, so anyway. Danny, that would be very, very cool, but I'm not sure what exactly you're talking about there. Tiger says, can you wait to collab with Tiger Walker? No, I cannot. It is literally my one goal in life. The timer, I regret to inform you guys, is not synced up with what I'm seeing on NRL.com anymore. Oh no. Oh no, now it is. There's kickoff. Okay, I need to take a swig of Pepsi and then we'll keep going. Oh, Pepsi Max. It is the nectar of the gods, man. Nectar of the gods. I saw Brian Toto and Stephen Crichton were asked Coke Zero or Pepsi Max. Brian Toto, no hesitation, said Coke Zero. Stephen Crichton said, are you kidding me? It's Pepsi Max. I have lost tremendous respect for Brian Toto. Tremendous respect. Gee, so Cronulla lock it on there. Ruben Charrington, friend of the show, comes up with it. Oh, no. Oh, God, you hate to see this. Round 1. The Sharks, I think it's the Sharks front rower, Hanisi. Off the bench, yeah, that's... Let's see here. Just the way she came down awkwardly. There was nothing too weird looking about that. She's not good. Was that right knee? No, sorry, it was a left knee. Oh, she's still down. Daily questions uploaded the next day, like Q&A stuff. Seriously, watch it. Okay, I will genuinely, I will watch it after. Well, I do need to edit after this so that you guys have content to watch. Jeez, I'm gonna be up late tonight. Yesterday I asked you. The YouTube algorithm knows me. I type in yesterday and it just shows yesterday the Beatles. ACL injury, says Lucas. It looks like one. It looks like one. Family Guy funny song reaction when I did. Do I still have the image? I don't think I do. But when I was making the Leaguie Games logo, I, as a joke, made a Leaguie Reacts logo. It's the Bizarro Leaguie arc. The branding is red for that. Red and green and white. Those colors mean something as well, don't they? So anyway, 10k Q&A surely. Well, this is the thing. I've thought about doing Q&As in the past, but that's just what my live streams are. I don't know if they're like, what could you possibly ask me that you don't already know, that I haven't just told you in a live stream. So what you might get to have a bit of that experience with is this Saturday. There's a reason why I'm not streaming on Saturday, and it's because I'm appearing on a podcast, Speak Free with Matty G, which I'm very excited about. A lot of big content creators have been on that lately. Hectic Fred, Emilio De Savage, who thinks I'm a queer, and Retro Rugby League are three recent ones. So I'm going out to Penrith to do that, very far away from where I live. But anyway, I'm very excited for the opportunity. So I'm just hoping that because it's like famously unedited. So I'm really hoping I don't say something that I shouldn't. Luckily, I'm used to it with the live streams. Eels on the march here. They are in very, very good field position here and could extend their lead back to 2 converted tries. Kat says, do you listen to EDM? I really do not. I'm a rock and roll kind of guy. And to draw a penalty, I'd be tempted to go the 2. It's right in front. Tiger says, when are we getting a live stream of you eating mustard ice cream? That's a hell of a throwback, Tiger. I wonder how few people actually know what that's in reference to, because that's like what it was in my first 5 live streams I ever did. Probably that came up. So will you listen to Wigs? I love that I got that reference immediately. They are going to take the 2. They are going to take the 2 here. Hugger Cactus says, where is Coco? She evidently doesn't want to be here. And that's fine. That's so fine. Maybe she'll be here tomorrow. Maybe she will come in here. I don't know. Bring us Coco. Coco. Just the moment I start to think you guys are here because you like watching me. You're obviously here because you like watching Rachel Pearson.
Well, that's why you get the big bucks, baby. That's why you get the big bucks.
I love that 8-point margin. I do. Mustard ice cream, please explain. So I might get Tiger Walker to do it. Because I don't remember the context. I just remember the punchline. But if he remembers the context, I'll let him. All good, Rex. No worries. Smart Guy says, if Coco doesn't come, I copyright you. How are you going to do that? Oh, what? But to be fair, what you probably could do is just like remove my access to all the things you've animated for me. Do you listen to AC/DC? I do. Yeah, I do, for sure. My favorite bands are the Beatles, Oasis. Favorite artists are Elton John, Billy Joel, David Bowie, Beach Boys, ABBA, old stuff. Tiger says the first stream was mentioned NRLW Sharks were playing. Well, there we go. Callback, baby. Callback. Lendog says, Leaguie, do you not have a bottom half of your body? I don't see it often. Maybe 10k subs feet reveal. What shorts are you wearing? Better not be a show beat all over again. This came up earlier. And people will be able to verify to you that I got up, went over there, showed that I was wearing jeans, and did a little dance. I am being tricked into doing it again. No, sir. They're through with Todd Hunter here. Back inside, tried to find Ruben Charrington. Couldn't. I think it's going to be ruled knock on Cronulla. It's going to be ruled penalty for offside. Even worse. It's just all going Para's way right now. I love the surname. She's, I think, a 23-year-old hooker. Todd Hunter. If your name is Todd, go running. You are not safe. You are in danger. He says no, he didn't. He is lying. You are wrong. You are lying. You are. I mean, you are pretty much my sugar daddy, so I shouldn't really be saying anything, should I? Smart Guy says, check the Discord server. I posted a news article on Legman leg reveal. I'll do that. I'll do that after the stream if I can remember to. Oh, exposing Leaguie cast is back. Well, damn, that's I actually saw that and I was like, wow, that looks really purple on my screen. Ball in the heads of Rory Owen. I was gonna call her Rory Hunter. Feet reveal when? I'm currently wearing just white Converse shoes. It's not... Yeah. It's nothing that special, man. It's nothing that special. Todd Hunter, crabby across the field. Goes into Rachel Pearson. Had an opportunity there with the short ball. Goes out the back to Abby Church, but that's a good tackle from her State of Origin teammate. Pearson kicks for herself again, but Varen's got that one covered. Which NRL player could win Squid Game? Oh, we've got HIA here. Oh, no, I thought it was an independent doctor thing, but no, it was Todd Hunter. Well, it's not... We've only seen 2 iterations of Squid Game. Both were won by the same guy, effectively. I mean... that was a spoiler. That was a straight spoiler. Anyway... my point was that it's not the not necessarily the strongest or like most intelligent. Not Lomax, he would slip and red light, green light. And Chad Townsend, you could just see it. You could see him being there at the end. You could see them try and kill him by shooting him in the head, and that rock solid head just like the bullets bounce off. I reckon. Rex, my day's been very good. How has yours been? So Hanaway with the ball at the back here to Varen. There's an opportunity there for the winger. She goes for the corner here. Staples doesn't quite get there on the last. Will die with it. Abby Church did well there. Jamie Humphries, the goat in Squid Game. I think you're just saying that because you're a South fan. To be fair, you could say I'm saying it about Chad because I'm a Roosters fan as well. Cleary would fail on Dalgona because his chin would block the cookie. Now, real question: what would the shapes? What would the Dalgona shapes be if it was NRL? You'd have like the ball, that's like a circle, and the umbrella would be like the goalposts. Leaguie Wiki Feet when? Is this? Oh, man, I know about Wiki Feet because Millie Elliott talks about it. She's got her submission on there. Hopefully never. Anyway, Up the Milk says, I feel that James Tedesco would win because he would show his bum so often the fans would start to love him. So what, he'd just get plot armor, you reckon? Jeez, stepping around there, the 5/8 from Parramatta, over the top, flat ball, back in I feel to Rory Owen. She did not know that Anessa Biddle was there. Did not have a clue. Oh, well, maybe didn't know it was the last. Yeah, she went to play it there. Do you know how to download NRL videos from the website, like highlights and full game videos? Not completely, but you can screen record. When I very rarely will use clips from games for copyright reasons, but when I desperately need to, that's how I do it. There's an eel down in play there in the back. I couldn't quite see who it was. Back inside here, the Sharks, they're through. Hadaway steps back inside. Oh, good tackle, Abby Church. She's doing really, really well in this game defensively. And tracks across. Ready to make another tackle here. Misses that one, though. She is straight through there, the Cronulla Sharks. I think it was Davis. We're back to within one score here for the Cronulla Sharks, the home side. So this is working out to be a really, really good game. Abby Church, you could tell, she did well to get out of the tackle, not be at marker, get set to go again, but it was a one-on-one situation. And she went low again. She knew up against a much, much bigger girl, had to make the low tackle, and unfortunately for her, just missed. You see here on the replay, squares up. It's a one-on-one situation. Probably her outside players have let her down a little bit there by letting her be exposed like that. But anyway. Whew. Rex says, I think women in the NRLW are more fierce on tackles than the NRL. I wouldn't say the contact is as fierce, but it's completely fine in its own right. It's entertaining rugby league. So Lorenzo says, at the Leaguie, be careful. I think Payne Haas and Hamole Olakawatu are outside your house, ready to absolutely melee you. Hide while you still can. I was gonna go to my door and open it up and then fall backwards, but I'm worried I might actually hurt myself at my big old age. Hand away with a kick. Oh, that's not a good look. That's that one. You get the sense that one might be on a couple of incel Instagram pages, unfortunately. James has subscribed. The James? The one and only? The man himself? That's like the... Sorry. I've just thought of a really funny joke. I just need to know how to actually execute it. It's the name that's left out of when James Bond introduces himself. You know, it goes Bond, James Bond. That's the original James that was missing from the start there. That's the James that was left out. He's had to go and watch the Leaguie instead of being in the James Bond movies. No goal. Do we have a no goal? No, that's no try. I mean, we do not need a no goal. We definitely do not need a no goal. That's okay. Chickaway says, hey, Leaguie, do I sound majestic? You all do. You all do. I promise. Do the girls play 40 a half now? Or did I somehow miss the halftime break? No, they play 35. I'm almost certain it's still 35. It was 30. So anyway. NRL Head, I will, on the day that Rugby League 26 comes out, I have plans to do content. Hopefully live stuff, but I will have to play it by ear, so to speak, with the time zones. It's probably not conducive, really, to me doing much live, but I will try. But I will, there is other content that I have planned over there for sure. Lorenzo says, oh, James Tedesco's here to have dinner with you. Well, that's a lot more appealing to me. He was the first player I ever interviewed as the Leaguie. Technically. Why do they play 35 a half? Well, it was 30 back in the day and they increased it up to 35. Okay, played out here by Parramatta. Cronulla have a fresh set on the Parramatta line. An opportunity to take the lead in this game. Ball playing from Anderson. I think that chant that went up might have been through the PA system. Kiriata was close, but not quite. So on the third, Dodd out of dummy half. Gives it to Anderson. Goes herself. Doesn't quite get there. Not quite. Ozzy says, hold on a second. There is a version of Parramatta that is good. They were not favourites coming into this. Varyn back to Dodd. She's very, very close. Not quite there. This is really good defensive set, though, from Para. One more to go. Varyn. In the hands of Kirioratu. It's covered there by the winger, though. Zali, they can't get out of the end goal. Jeez, it took a lot of players to tackle it, though. Reverse said you should introduce a new award for worst goal kick of the season, the Luke Clovel Award. If you know, you know. Unfortunately, I don't know. If you called it the Kieran Foran Award, I'd know the reference. I remember watching that game. Should be 50 a half. You reckon they should play longer than the men? Rex, I will do career minutes. Don't worry. There'll be a lot coming. And as well, I can't remember exactly who it was, but commented, I think it was EB or Alex Neal, one of them, said, play Red Dead Redemption. And that is a game I have not played. And I've played so much GTA 5, and I've played the original Red Dead Redemption. I would love that game. I really don't have the story spoiled for me. Playing it live... Oh, Dodd's through. Sorry, I'm talking about Leaguey games, and Quincy Dodd, a bit of deception out of dummy half, has leveled this game up, and they're about to take the lead here, Cronulla, out of nowhere. No, they've got the try celebration with the Queen. That's very, very cool. Sorry. I thought we'd see more try celebrations, though. Mark Edjux or Marseilleux. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Where did you get your haircut? There's a barber in Engadine, in the Shire. I don't know exactly what it's called actually, but yeah, I got it done there. Luke Covell Awards, search it up. I know Luke Kitchell. That's a different one. Luke Covell. Oh, he's a rugby league player. Oh, highest goal kicking percentage in a single season. Okay, gotcha. It's funny. I assumed it was kind of ironic, and it wasn't an actual sincerely good kicker. But anyway, is that where ScoMo got his haircut? Could well be. I mean, they haven't exactly advertised that. So anyway, Hanaway kicks for the lead. Hanaway gets the lead, 16 points to 14, with 20 minutes left to go. Exposing League casters, NRL Squid Game. Cleary would also be cooked in hide and seek because of his chin, and Moses also cooked. He'd go down in chin in red light, green light. That is rough. Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, I've avoided most of the story, to be honest. If I were to do it live, the story would get spoiled for me completely. But I think it'll be fun. to do. So I will do that. Again, though, probably not soon. I remember when this game was first announced, I was like, I am happy for this game to come out literally any day, any month except July. Any month except July would be just beautiful for me. It had to come out smack bang in the middle of July. So, anyway. Will you play NBA 2K? Less likely. I think if I'm going to do other sports games, probably more likely to be FIFA. But definitely potentially. I'm ruling nothing out. I'm happy to see how it goes. I don't know the level of success I'm going to have. I don't know how successful I'd be in playing lots of different varied games, but I hope I can be. So anyway. Alex says, what they don't tell you about moving house, especially over long distances, is needing a haircut and feeling like you're cheating on your old barber. I have my barber. He's up in Sydney. As you know, I don't live in Sydney, primarily. So that's the reason why I get 2 haircuts a year. It's because when I'm on uni holidays up here. So Cronulla give away a penalty there, tackling Abby Church midair. Yeah, that's pretty clear. Ardwell says, should play 2K17 my career. Well, that's what I do. I just would there be much entertainment value in me playing a game that's 8 years old? You reckon? Shout out to Barbara on Boyle in Sutherland. That's funny. I walked past there the other day, and I was considering, because I had to go and get a train specifically to reach my barber. I was like, I'm right here. Should I just get a haircut? But okay, is Barbara on Boyle good then? Nick Politis or Isaac Moses is the front man. Gotta be Politis. Sporty guy, my favorite player is Connor Watson of the Eastern Suburbs District Rugby League Football Club. Leaguie, Marvel or Star Wars? I'm gonna upset a lot of people. I haven't really seen Star Wars. And it is a little intentional. I've avoided just watching one and then neglecting it. I want to watch them all. And I will, but Marvel, I'm genuinely really across. So anyway, at the Leaguie, you like player 222. I don't really remember who that is specifically in terms of the player numbers. Player 222. Junhee. Not quite my pick. Who was I'll give you the number of the one who would have been my pick. What was it? 38 something. Oh, it's through. Sorry, I'm just talking about the Squid Game characters that are. Oh no, Rory Owen's got her. It's still on here. It is still very, very on here. They're close. They're not there though. Anyway, the character name is Semi. I can't remember what her number is. Search up Squid Game Golf Baddie, and then you get it. I was talking about the baby? No. No. Well, then maybe I completely misinterpreted what you were saying. How have you not watched Star Wars? As I say, a little bit intentional. I've watched, to be fair, some of the modern ones just because they happen to be in the movies, but I know they're like not necessarily considered the best. Nathan Cleary's chin has followed me on Twitch. Maybe in about 1 calendar year, Nathan Cleary will catch up with him and follow me on Twitch. That'd be nice. NRL head, that is not quite geographically accurate. The only people... I don't know if I can do enough of a Bostonian accent. The only people who haven't seen Star Wars are the people in Star Wars, Ted. They live in the Star Wars. And me. Apparently, I'm literally Anakin right now. Dally says, make me dev or else. You mean mod? Or else what? Oh, no. Now Abby Church is grabbing her knee? That's genuinely very big. Got caught a little awkwardly. Someone said, what other team would you go for if not the Roosters? Raiders. I go to more Raiders games than Roosters games these days. Rex says, guess what NRL and NRLW team I go for? Well, assuming it's the same one. I'm going to guess exactly once. I'm going to say the Dogs. So there's going to be a penalty to Parramatta here. Leaguie, who wins game 3? You're not going to like my answer. Queensland are best. You're not going to like my answer. I'm a New South Welshman. That's the thing with Origin. Like, the tipping is pretty insincere because you tip where you're from. That's the culture. No Queenslander is going to be tipping New South Wales, even though we're definitely going to win. Guys, come on. I have absolutely no notion of knowing who you go for. How bright of a future do you think the Warriors have? I really like to think, if they keep this playing roster together, I really like to think they can do well. What really gets me excited about them is the back row rotation of Laban, Vaimanga, and Halasima. Oh, they're 19, 20, and 21 years old, I believe. That is just great. They are 3 really, really good players if they can keep them together. But it always kind of feels like Warriors will have a good future, and we never really get there. So I don't know how optimistic I am about it. Pearson, geez, nearly gets through, get caught by the back of her jersey there. Ellie Johnston was tumbled onto her head. That looked kind of dangerous. Now in the hands of Rory Owen. Steps back inside. There was a little bit of space there. Couldn't get an offload away. She's nearly through Kiriaratu again. One last to go here. From dummy half, they go, I think that's Todd Hunter, is it? They think they've scored. They have scored. They have scored.
That's not a try. That's a miracle.
Chloe Jackson it was. I thought it was Todd Hunter just because it's a dummy half. But it ain't. Jeez, that's a bit out of nowhere. That's really against the run of play. It kind of felt like Cronulla would just go on with it here. I didn't think it was the right play. Nah, she got there though. She got there. Very, very fair. Very fair. Leaguie, how's the weather in Pyongyang, North Korea? How did you know? How did you know I'm in the greatest city on earth, with the greatest country on earth, and the greatest supreme leader on earth? Who's the greatest NRL player of all time? Andrew Johns. Andrew Johns. NRL head, are you literally just like reading out stations on the T4 line now? Oh, and now Nessa Biddle's really hurt. There's got to be... Oh, she's not happy. Oh. Come on, get the effects mic out of her. You'd have to raise some concerns about the turf then. Like, this is, I think, now the 4th knee problem a player has had. And that one's a bit wide. Dally says, no, JT on top, you glazed shots. Yeah, sorry. I forgot that it's impossible for someone to have an opinion on who the best is without glazing them. No, I unfortunately disagree, Dally. I unfortunately disagree. NRLW ladder predictions. It's a little hard for me to say because, as I've said, I'm not an authority on the NRLW. I'm really not. I like watching it when it's on, but I don't know the quality of squad depth or stuff like that. I do expect that the teams that'll be good this year, Roosters, Brisbane, maybe Knights, a little less so. Excuse me. Warriors, unfortunately, I don't see doing particularly well. Cronulla and Parra both kind of middle of the pack. Dragons didn't do too well last year, but are building something okay, I feel. Favorite Queensland team would be the Dolphins. I mean, they've not been around for too long. Haven't done anything to upset me so much yet. I go into this year's grand final. Well, I certainly plan to, but tickets aren't even on sale yet, which surprises me. Anyway, Smart Guy, those are all Queensland trust stations. Owen's got some space in front of her. Oh, there was space for a winger. There was a flash moment where she got the pass away. It would have been good. Rory Owen, they're looking great in this game. Dally, I remember you. I remember because I was thinking, oh, Dally, as in Dally M. Pearson's got away there. Gets an offload to a lock forward. They're not afraid to die with it on the last team. They're not afraid to. Ollie, I've not seen that video, but if you use the tips, I will check it out. I will check it out. George says, I love your videos, and then I subscribe to you. I'm very, very thankful for that. Thank you. If you're into gaming, if you're just a straight up degenerate like me, then subscribe to Leaguie Games. Subscribe to Leaguie Games. Hayden says, do you watch Rugby Union? I do not. No, I watch Rugby League and Formula 1, pretty much, and the odd basketball game. Anderson with the ball here. So now on the last 2 points, the margin, 11 minutes to go. Hey, the clock's actually it's decently well synced up. Oh, that was a great catch from the winger, bouncing back up, and she's gotten a bit of space as well. Watch the sideline now; she's all good. Woo said opinions on women's Bulldogs. I'm really happy from their perspective with the signing of Taylor Preston. I think that's a very, very good one. She's a grand final halfback. And I like the ambition that they've come into with the project. But it could be a bit of a slow burn. I'm not too sure what to expect from them. Opinions of the Kings. If you mean Sydney Kings, I'm not an NBL dude. I'm an NBA dude. Oh, back inside. That was a very nice little drop underneath for the number 15. We'll play it. What was her name? That's, I mean, with all due respect, Jakita Tafua, that's got to be a married name. To be fair, you know what? My surname's not a white surname, so who am I to say? It is support. I support the Roosters. Oh, in the NBA, I support the Chicago Bulls. And not even because of Michael Jordan. I always feel the need to clarify that. I support the Chicago Bulls because I was drafted to the Chicago Bulls in the NBA 2K17 My Player Career Mode. To be fair, I was pretty happy to be drafted to the Bulls because I was like, oh, I know those guys. But that is why I support them. Leaguie Games won't show up when I search? Oh, no. I'll, Let me remedy that real quick. Bang. You have to do it as one word. I think that helps because the channel name is one word, Leaguie Games. Leaguie versus Walla Leaguie win. Yeah, I could do that in a gaming stream. Maybe if the schedules align. He's not even here right now, so 8 minutes. Well, basically 9 minutes ago. 8 minutes 50 seconds to go. The clock's really synced up now. Yeah, let's go. So yeah, this is a really good finish. Let's go. I'm so happy. EB says Spencer Leniu would be the guy to push people onto the glass bridge. Lost ball from the Sharks lock. Brooke Anderson, I think her name is. Yes, I got that one right. It's being explained to Penatani here. Would Leniu be the guy to push people onto the glass? Would he? I like Spencer. I don't mind Spencer Leniu. I'm a biased Rooster, but he seems like an okay dude. I've met him before. He seems alright. He seems alright. So they're saying hip drop there. Thank you, Lucas, for subscribing to the gaming channel. Scotty Pip fan then. I do love a bit of Scotty Pippen. Dennis Rodman, Luke Longley, obviously, Australian, Steve Kerr. A lot of the. I need to talk about this game. Down the wing, does Sally Faye for the sideline? What a tackle, Emma Farron! What a tackle, Emma Farron! That has saved the game potentially there for Cronulla. That is. I mean, it's Sattler grand final. That was great work from the fullback. Sally Faye was in a heap of space. Owen has had a really, really good game. Sally Faye had too much speed for the inside players, but then Varyn came across. Jeez, that's good work. That is very, very good work. Up the book, Spencer Leniu would never get to Glass Bridge. He would run it straight to the dollar, red light, green light, and would get shot and die first. I'm trying to think who would be the kind of player to push people through the glass. Smart guy, what are you talking about, brother? Drop a link to your other channel. I did earlier. Let me pin it. Let me pin it. Okay, it's pinned. I'll pin it on Twitch as well. For the 10 viewers over there. I do tend to neglect Twitch a little bit in favor of YouTube, but anyway. Danny says, I'm back after an extensive break and self-doubt. Self-doubt about what, brother? I believe in you. Lendog says, Billy Slater would be the guy to push people through the glass. Maybe. I feel like I'm just slighting their character if I do. I think I could see Jonathan Thurston pushing them and then giving that classic old laugh. that'd be really, really funny. That'd be very funny. Ollie says Twitch equals Leaguie cast. Oh, wait, no, it's not that bad. Just because they're both purple. Smart guy. Come on, man. That kind of feels like spamming, bro. Queensland the best says, do you think Hammer at fullback for Queensland was the right decision? It's the one that I would have gone with. It's the one that intimidates me the most as a New South Wales fan. Potentially would have gone with Walsh at fullback so that Shibasaki didn't have to come in at center. But I think it's so cool to have Shibasaki there. Ibrahim, yes, we spoke about that at the start of the stream. It is there's no words that can really go through something like that and do justice to it. So it is, yeah, it's just, yeah, anyway. Spark says, I thought of all those words that isn't spamming. Why then? Why? Lane Dog says, Twitch is just for extra money. YouTube is where the vibe is at. It's not for extra money. Well, definitely when I'm doing gaming streams, Twitch is going to be the place. Hanaway, beautiful chip and chase. It's still on here. Nah, Rory Owen. She's there again. Oh, geez. 6 Dally M points. Rory Owen. Damn, she's been good. Damn, she's been good. Chickawee, I ain't taking that. I am not taking that rage bait. Not a chance. Rory Owen was born a year, like a full calendar year later than me. It's sobering. And she's out there having a game like this, and I'm on YouTube talking about it. Penalty Para. With 3 minutes, 48 seconds to go, that is a dagger, that penalty. Thoughts on Miranda, the suburb being named after Miranda Sings? I thought it was named after Lin-Manuel Miranda, but maybe I've got my my wires crossed there. I was in Miranda. I worked in Miranda, the Westfield there, for a couple of years. Day one of asking Leaguie for a gaming PC. Asking me to give you a gaming PC, or asking me to get a gaming PC? I have a gaming laptop, but I use it to stream. I'm going to be absolutely using my Xbox to play games. Chickawee, either you're trying to rile me up or you're wrong. Either way. Doesn't get to me, brother. Water off the duck's back. Wait, what are you talking about? Eels on the third. If they score here, they might just wrap the game up. Church loses the ball. And the Sharks have got it. Sharks have got it through number 2. Are we really double knock on? Yes, that's the ruling. Abby Church has had a unfortunate time of things in a couple of moments in this game. She's done well defensively, but she's copped it. Lendog says, why does NRLW go for 70 minutes? Like, I get it, but like, why now that they have all the training and facilities to support them from being semi-pro and still playing 70? They played 60 when it first started, I believe. So it's already increased. I think that they're looking to increase it further, but we're at the latter end, I would think, of it being 75 minutes. Smart Guy says, surely you could buy Dally a gaming PC because of all of Dean's money. For everything that Dean has given me, I'm not sure it equates to a gaming PC just yet. I'm not sure it does. Lorenzo says, if Queensland wins Origin, you must go for Manly for one of their games. I don't mind Manly. I quite like Manly. I'm actually going out to Manly later this year to watch the Roosters play them. Forward out of dummy half. It's becoming harder and harder for Cronulla to win this one. Harder and harder. Oofed. Day one of asking League to stream the song in the Netherlands 10 times a day. I could do that. I could do that, dude. Live reaction of generic Sutherland Shire girls. I can say that because I'm from the Sutherland Shire. If you guys say that, it's culturally insensitive. Woo says, Leaguie posted a League cast vid before the stream. Very sneaky. I don't know what you're talking about. I have not posted a League cast vid in months. Do you mean Leaguie Gaming? Oh, sorry, Leaguie Games. I don't even know the name of my own channel. Leaguie Games. Church to the line, gets an offload to her center. If they can really just hold the ball here and maybe limit Cronulla to one play. Charrington out dummy half, hit hard. Oh, Ruben Charrington copped it there. Okay. Out here through the 5/8. Tohi Hiku. Thank you, Ollie, for that clarification on Tedesco. For the record, I don't think Chickawee's being sincere, but anyway. So they die with it in the corner. Yeah, Cronulla will get one play here. One good play.
You just need one.
That's all it needs.
Good play.
Okay, maybe 2 good plays. She needs to play it. She needs to play it. She was injured. She couldn't play it. So that's the 5th player to get injured on this turf. Parramatta get an upset victory. That is very, very cool to see. They topple the 2024 grand final losers to the Sydney Roosters. But damn, no, good work, Parramatta. It's as I said going into the game, it's round 1. You never know what you're going to get from the 2 sides. And Parramatta, that's a hell of a statement win. That's a hell of a statement win. Woo says, Leaguie cast vid is fire. I was also born in the Shire. I'm confident now, Woo, that you're just having me on it. There is no Leaguie cast vid. Unless I have been hacked. Paris song. Oh yeah, I do need to do that, don't I? That is a straight up A grade point. Parramatta Eels song. See, Tiger Walker's not here to link me up. That's the problem. Okay, I'll play it on the outro as I tend to do. Smart Guy says first ever NRLW tip correct. Let's go. I'm very happy for you. Just make sure you tip the Sydney Roosters against the New Zealand Warriors this weekend. Even though we don't have Taron Aiken, but I'm still not completely sure why. Jake to boy, which would be Ali, if you know. That he probably would. He probably would. Yeah. Yeah. I when I think about Ali, I get sad. Which Rooster do you like more, Tottenham or Liverpool? Well, my family's Liverpool supporters, but I don't mind Tottenham, but I'm a Sunderland supporter. Boo says, you sure, bro? I just saw a vid called Why I forgot the rest of the title. Yeah, okay. Microsoft OneNote leak. If you know, you know. Okay, anyway. I will leave it there. I'm streaming tomorrow for the NRL game, Broncos versus Bulldogs. I think that'll be a really good one. There's about an even amount of Origin players out from either side. So that should be good. But anyway, without further ado, I will leave it there. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for hanging out. I'll play the Para song as we wind down. And I will see you all later.